So what's the old crazy fart doing now? This is a place called Hope Lake, and it's owned by the town of Virgil, New York. And I rented a canoe because I want to try out a couple of toys. One is I've never had a bait caster before. This was at Dick's on sale. It was on clearance. It's a Pro Max, and it went from $99 to $50. And I was having a need for a larger operation, so I snapped it right up. Now, why would I need a larger pole? And that is the subject of this video today, because I got another toy that I want to try out. And check this thing out. Keeper Pro Plus, a portable fish finder that you can cast with your pole. And I needed a place to try it out, so Hope Lake came to the rescue. I really have no idea what kind of fish are here, and I really don't care if I catch a fish. What I want to do is see whether or not I can learn how to use that depth finder and that fish finder and just give it a try. What I did was, I did another short video before where I haven't posted it, probably won't, but basically I've got a phone that I'm not using anymore and charged it all up and downloaded the app. Not my normal cell phone, but this one right here. And basically I want to see whether or not this connects up with the fish finder when I cast it out in the water. Apparently it shuts itself off when it's out of the water, and I guess if they can run a little current across there because it's in an electrolyte or water solution, it turns itself back on. Give it a try. One says cast from shore, cast from boat, mount to boat. And basically what these are little areas with a threaded hole where you can put your either eye bolt to cast with, or if it's on a stick for a boat. But basically how it's attached to whatever device it is you're using to manage its location. Well, the top comes off, it screws off, and underneath that is some more information, like charge every 6 months. Wow. Since I haven't charged it at all, I think maybe it'd be a good idea to plug it in. It's a USB type cable that comes with the system. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is plug that right in. This one happens to be a deeper Pro Plus, which I guess is the latest and greatest iteration. They've been around for a while. It says it's made in Lithuania. All I know is this is going down a new road for me. A Castable fish finder. I've never, ever, ever used one before. Well, basically, it uses the same kind of connection that a cell phone would have. USB to that. Now that light blinking, since it doesn't have any instructions that I can read, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's charged or charging or what. But try to see if I can find out. One thing I figured out pretty quickly is that this was designed for young people. The reason I know that is the writing on this is so damn small that I'd have to read it with a magnifying glass. Interesting. And it comes with a nice little pouch. The kind of things that I need to find out is how much of a rod and reel do I need to cast this thing without breaking the line. It says it's 3.5 ounces, which is pretty heavy. And if you look at some of the YouTube videos, these guys are casting this damn thing 100 yards. Well, basically what the instructions say, and wait for that to be a solid green, and that means it's charged, which means this one here is not charged because it's blinking red. So we're gaining. We're going somewhere with this. Okay, here's the instructions. And what the first thing says is use micro USB cable. Green LED light indicates full charge. Okay. Download application. Scan QR code on box or download directly from App Store or Google Play. And it gives a login. To start using app, register or log in. On the launch screen. Connect deeper to Wi-Fi. Automatic for Android, which is this phone. In some cases, you may need to enter password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 through Wi-Fi settings or iOS password. Cast deeper into the water. Launch the application on your smartphone or tablet and start using the device. Full user manual explaining all the features of Deeper Smart Fishfinder is available inside our new mobile application or on our website www.buydeeper.com. User manual. Useful information. Weather conditions. Wi-Fi range might depend on weather conditions. On a stormy day, waves on the water might temporarily block the Wi-Fi. Do not submerge. Wi-Fi signal cannot penetrate water. Some common sense stuff. Different obstacles. Please make sure the signal is not being blocked by a major obstacle made of steel, reinforced concrete, or other heavy material, meaning dense. Wi-Fi receiver position. Different smartphones have different Wi-Fi receivers in different places. Please check, as this will affect the beam direction. Holding your smartphone. Because of the different Wi-Fi beam directions on different smartphone models, the Wi-Fi range may vary slightly. Try to find the best option for holding your smartphone or tablet the best available Wi-Fi signal strength. Now, the rest of this piece of paper doesn't give me any information that I can use. Still charging. Safe use and regulations, important information. Now, I just can't. I'm going to have to film this and then zoom up on it because I cannot read any of this. Well, I don't know if this is going to focus on that. The setup was about as easy as you can get. Basically, you went to Google stores, basically searched for the Deeper app, downloaded it for free, and it installed itself. And then once it's installed, pretty much all you got to do is hit the icon, and it connects. What maybe I'll do is I'll turn on the simulator. Settings, run simulator. And there you go. I've got that app set up and it's running the simulator while it's charging, and Boy, there's a lot of fish underneath this desk. Look at that. Holy crap. So that's all there is to it. This is kind of an abandoned phone that does not have a service. It does have Wi-Fi, and I was able to do the downloads for Google by connecting it up to my computer Wi-Fi, and did all the downloads that way. So what I want to do now is, once I get that thing fully charged, is see if this phone and deeper combination actually works somewhere else. But I mean, it's really cool. Now, a couple of things that I've learned is, for example, how to read the Fishfinder output. And one of the important pieces of the puzzle is knowing, for example, that green stuff that's supposed to be weeds. I have the fish symbol turned on. The experts say turn it right off. Okay? And just learn to read the artifact on the screen. Third thing is the thickness of that light area here tells you what kind of surface conditions or bottom conditions you have on the pond. The thicker it is, the harder it is. The thinner it is, the more likely it is to be silt. And those artifacts up there, for example, are just fish. And another detail is this here is effective at what the sensor is seeing right now. The sonar sensor is seeing. Everything here is where it's been, and this is where you are. So you have to keep that in mind. I have it set to feet. There's a lot of different settings you have on these darn things. And I'm just getting into this, so this is what I've just found by picking around. You can set your units, brightness. Yeah, I got the simulation. Let me get back. Just, you know, there's a bunch of stuff there. But there's also this little button right here. The imaging, detailed or basic, fish icons on or off. If you turn that off, you don't get little fish anymore. I was learning about the frequencies, and that's really about the size of the cone from the transducer. The 90 is a wider cone, looks at a larger area. The higher frequency 290 is a more detail, but a focus on a small area, more possible resolution, but is a smaller area that's actually being seen. And then sensitivity, well, basically that's how much it responds to the clutter it sees in the water. You know, you have that thing turned all the way up and you see a bunch of artifact in there that may or may not be of use. You turn it too far down, it sees nothing. So that's something you got to spend a little time with, obviously. It's one of those things you have to do by empirical data. I guess what struck me about this system is how intuitive it is. I mean, it's like really easy to set up and use. Even an old fart like me can figure it out. Couple $100, and you have a Castable by Fishing Rod Fishfinder that you could use for shore fishing. Not sure what my schedule brings today, but I think what I'd like to do is bring this thing out and just see what it does. So far, I'm impressed. I mean, what the heck? It may be a basic fish finder, you know, it's not giving you the 3D detail that some of the new ones give you, but, you know, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye, as Clint Eastwood would say. And I'm impressed. It looks like fun to me. So it's out there. Just kind of sitting there. Let me see if the phone will hook up to this thing. Basically what it's saying, it's 79 degrees and it's 9.8 feet and it's pretty soft bottom. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not, but it's connected and it's working and I'm not seeing any fish. Now you up the sensitivity to 70. Let's see if that shows me anything. I see vegetation, but I'm really not seeing anything else. So I'm going to drift along here for a little bit, and if I start seeing something, I'll start making some casts. Until I see anything, it's kind of a waste of time, isn't it? That's assuming you trust the fish finder. You do have to say that that's pretty freaking cool to have that kind of output real time from a rowboat. In this case, a canoe. So I think what I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time rowing around and see if I can't find some fish. You think that's for real? You think there's any fish in there? Well, the Fishfinder just said I went over a school of fish. So let me turn around and take a couple of casts and see if that's in fact the case. So maybe they are actually fish.